Welcome back to digital class and welcome back to third term, the second week of the term. Today the subject on the board is agricultural science. What did I say the subject is? I said agricultural science. And the topic for the second term is usefulness of an earthworm to the soil. Usefulness of an earthworm to the soil. Good. Remember previous class concerning earthworm was the definition, and we drew earthworm and labeled it. Okay, and remember that one earthworm has two organs, the female and the male organ. Okay, one has the two organ. Good. Today, under the same earthworm, we are going to be studying the usefulness. What did I say? The usefulness. Number one usefulness of an earthworm is earthworm makes air available to the soil. What does it do? It makes air available to the soil. Do you know how it does that? Maybe you don't know. Just pay attention and let's learn together to know how it makes that possible. Alright? Good. An earthworm makes air available to the soil. Number two, an earthworm makes water circulate in the soil through its burrowing activities. Through making tiny holes. Alright? Through making holes. Remember the first one says makes air available to the soil. Alright? The number one says an earthworm makes air available to the soil. Do you know how it makes that air available? Through this burrowing. Alright? Through this burrowing. Doesn't make only water available, it makes air available. When it makes those holes, water and air sees a pathway to penetrate the soil. Do you get that? Good. And number three, an earthworm makes the soil rich by dragging dead leaves down into the soil. Can you imagine the wonders of God? Can you imagine that earthworm, how it will drag leaf? Drags leaf down into the soil. Okay? When it drags that leaf under the soil, the leaf fertilizes, alright? Fertilizes the soil. That is when anything is planted, the thing can grow up. It makes the soil rich. Alright? Good. An earthworm makes the soil rich by dragging dead leaves down into the soil. And the fourth one is its dead remains makes the soil fertile. When it dies, the remaining, okay, makes the soil fertile. Did you get that? Let's run through it once more. Usefulness of earthworm. Number one, an earthworm makes air available to the soil. What did I say? Number one is, I said an earthworm makes air available to the soil. And number two is, an earthworm makes water circulate in the soil through its burrowing activities. Number three, an earthworm makes the soil rich by dragging dead leaves down into the soil. And number four is, its dead remains make the soil fertile. Have you seen the usefulness? Have you seen it? The usefulness of earthworm. That picture I showed you that day. Okay? Now, this is your homework. Dash is an animal found mainly in the wet soil of grassland. dash is an animal found mainly in the wet soil of grassland. 2. An earthworm has both dash and dash reproductive organ. This homework will show me if you're really studying your lessons, because this question, the answer, I'm not sure, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not sure it's on the lesson for today, okay, to show me if you're really studying your lessons. See you in the next class.